Today's reading is Exodus 30 through 32. At the top of Mount Sinai, Moses received God's provisions for worship. God revealed His holiness through the law, the tabernacle, sacrifices, and priesthood. His expectation was for Israel to worship and serve Him with holiness. At the top of the mountain, God's holiness was revealed, and yet at the foot of the mountain, man's sinfulness was revealed. Israel grew restless at the foot of the mount, and together with Aaron, they didn't believe that Moses was coming back, and so instead of waiting on Moses, they created a golden calf from their melted jewelry. Moses came down the mountain and found them worshiping and sacrificing to the idol they created. And here is the first commandment of only worshiping the Lord being broken. Within our heart is the ability to create our own gods. You may not bow down to a golden calf in your living room, but anything you submit your will and life to is an idol. Whatever captivates your heart and leads you away from Christ is an idol. Many good and harmless things can be fabricated into idols, like money, material possessions, entertainment, sports, careers, and relationships. All these can be fabricated into golden calves that we bow down to. Now, the Lord needed someone to represent His holiness to Israel. Israel needed someone to represent their need for mercy before God. It says, "And Moses returned to the Lord and said, Oh, this people have sinned a great sin and have made them gods of gold. Yet now, if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book which thou hast written." Moses was the mediator between Israel's sinful idolatry and God's righteousness. Moses was a ransom, standing before the Lord and pleading for mercy on Israel's behalf. Beloved, this is a picture of Jesus Christ. God needed a man who was holy enough to represent His righteousness on earth. Sinful humans needed a mediator who could represent their plight to a holy God. The Apostle Paul wrote, "For there is one God and one mediator between God and men, the man Christ Jesus, who gave Himself a ransom for all, to be testified in due time." Jesus Christ gave His life as a ransom to save us from sin's condemnation. Beloved, that's the gospel.